It's interesting your path to acting, because you were a journalism student, weren't you?
Until I discovered things like ethics in journalism, and that was the last class I had. Was ethics in journalism. So for 12 weeks they go through the dilemmas, and so I was quite idealistic about journalism. And then I realised, you know, I was going to be knocking on the doors of bereaved parents whose kids had been in, and I would have to swipe a photo from their mantelpiece or something, and I thought, so I'm still on hold. My journalism is still on hold. I literally was just putting it off, so I took a few part-time classes and worked at a gym. And at the gym I met this woman who, this isn't a lie, it sounds like a made-up story, but I was actually joining her up, and she was looking at me and she just went, like that. I said, is everything all right? She said, you don't understand, I'm a white witch. You've got to get into acting. Immediately. I said, well, I'm doing a few part-time classes. Funny you should mention it. She said, no, you're going to be a big star, and I want you to meet this woman, Penny Williams. I said, who's Penny Williams? She says, she's an agent. Well, I met her, and she's still my agent, and the day after, I did an audition and landed a role on Neighbours. So all of a sudden I thought, oh my God, this is White Witch is true. And I rang my little sister. My little sister was 11 at the time, and in England when Kylie and Jason were all on it, and I told her I was going to be on Neighbours, so she was like the king of the school, and a month later I decided not to do it, so she still hasn't forgiven me, by the way.
It was a good career move though, wasn't it?
It was, only because I have nothing against soap opera in any way, but I didn't feel confident at the time enough as an actor to say, you know what, I would love to have an audition at the Royal Shakespeare Company, for example. And my dreams, if they lay anywhere in acting, my dream was the West End. My dream was London, because you know, my family lived here. I'd seen so many great plays, and I thought Neighbours wouldn't necessarily give me that confidence. So.
No, and all your dreams came true in a sense, because Trevor Nunn spotted you, and Oklahoma at the National Theatre.
It was a magical time. I mean, Maureen Lipman was in it, and there we were at the National, all the other great plays, and I really felt like that's it, I could retire now.
It was a great part too, it was a great production as well. Where do you get that singing voice from? I mean, you didn't have any training, did you?
I'd had no training. In fact, when I went to drama school, there was a musical theatre course, so I didn't do the musical, I just did theatre. My friends to this day will refuse to pay for a ticket to come and see me in a musical. They say, Jackman, I'm not paying $75 to hear you sing. You know. So, I love it.
Sing a little bit for us. Sing a little bit for us. Yeah. You know, this guy has got a great voice, let me tell you. A great voice. There's a bright golden haze.
I'll only do it if everyone joins in at the chorus.
All right. We'll all join the chorus. All right, okay.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Come on, everybody. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
It was strange because we saw that show twice at the National Theatre. Yeah, I did. I mean, I just loved the entire production. And they're all magnificent. You're wonderful. And I said to Mary, my wife, after that, I said, you know, in another era, the 50s or 60s, that guy would become the next Howard Keel. I mean, it's a big virile guy with a big virile voice, you know. But of course, nowadays, I mean, they don't make musicals like that anymore. But I was right about the film stardom, because out of that came X-Men, came your career.
It did. I mean, no one would have predicted it, but I actually did a screen test for X-Men with a perm in my hair. And I have no idea to this day what Bryan Singer, the director, saw in me. But anyway, the call came back, we'd love you to audition again, but could you do a little less like the cowboy, you know?